Hello, Manny. I just wanted to walk you through all the files that I've created for you for your book. This is a pretty big production, and there's a lot of little steps involved, and I want you to have access to everything. So I can't share all of this with you through Guru, so I need to share it with you through something called Google Drive. If you don't know what that is, I can't explain it to you very well. It's just a safe way to share a lot of files. And if you Google Drive, look it up on Google. Um, it'll say download Google Drive, and go ahead and download it because it's a lot easier to navigate if you go ahead and download it. Then I'm just going to go ahead and go to Google Drive and show you what it looks like. This is a standard way to share files. You see I have a whole lot of other things here. These are what I'm working with other publishers and authors like you, just sharing information. No one can see this but you and me. So this is my Google Drive, and it's a way to save information in the cloud, which is a huge array of actually it's not, it's in the internet. So if you read the Wikipedia article on Google Drive, it can explain it to you much better than I can. So I'm going to share this folder with you. I've already shared it with myself so that I can show you what it looks like. But you have basically a print version and an ebook version. And I've done a whole lot more than you need on purpose so that way you don't have to hire anybody else. If you ever want to publish this book anywhere but CreateSpace for print and your printer, and also an ebook. Now, there are lots of different ways to publish an ebook. One of them is through Kindle. Other ways are through iTunes, which is for the iPad, specifically for the iPad or the iPhone, and also Kobo, which is an e-reader. It's a tablet, sort of like an iPad. So you can go to Kobo self-publishing and publish through Kobo, or you can publish through Barnes & Noble, which is Nook. So I'll just show this to you. It goes to Shades of Healing, and then you click on that, and it shows you these are all the different types of files that you have. All of these use a different way of publishing ebooks. So the guys that produce the Kindle, the Adobe Books. Amazon.com uses Kindle, which is .mobi or Mobi. And generic EPUB is ePublishing, which is an ebook. And then you can publish to Google Play, you can publish to iBooks, Kobo, or Nook. So these are all the versions that you have. The one that you asked me for was Kindle, and like I said, it's .mobi. Now I've already uploaded this just to be simple. I uploaded your Mobi and your print preview version and your print ready version onto Guru. And these files here that I'm showing you, you'll be able to publish on Google Play, on iBooks, which is iTunes, on Kobo, or on Nook, and you also have a generic ebook. So it's a whole lot of files, and all of them look fantastic. So you'll have that in the future. Now, another thing that I have for you is a print version, and I'll just show you that. You have your print preview version, which is something that I'll show you here in a second. You have print ready version, and the difference between those two is you need to have a lot of extra, and I'll show you, a lot of extra blank pages in the beginning of the book. This is my book published by Whip&Stock, which is a publisher of academic work. And when you open it up, you have a blank page here, another blank page, and then half title, blank page, and then full title. So you have all of that in your print ready version, and you don't need that in your print preview version because a preview is like a simulated version to read on a PDF reader. So it doesn't need all those extra blank pages. And the formatting is just slightly different. So because the formatting is different, I included the different source files. Like when you ask me for an edit, I can open up the preview source file or the CreateSpace source file, which is the print ready source file, and I make the changes there, convert it to PDF, run it through all the testing to make sure there's no errors, and then produce a PDF version. Now, I told you in my viewer message that every client I've ever done this for, I've done a ton of these things. They've asked me specifically to give them a long version of the book. Now, that means that I've published it in 14.5 font, and I space the lines just a little bit at 1.2, not 1.5, which is double space, but 1.2, and it gives you a much longer book. You know, your book is 375 pages long. That's going to be a good amount of pages. See, I got my book here. It's 339 pages, and you know, it's about an inch thick. At it's a little bit less than an inch thick. This is about how thick your book will be, and I don't have anything for scale, but you know, it's an inch thick, which is a good size thickness. It's good to hold in your hands, and that's the thickness your book will be. So if you do a 200-page book at that size, it's going to be very thin. So that's one reason why we do that expanded version. You know, my book has like 500,000 more characters than yours does. So it's a whole lot more words than your book. So it didn't need this added spacing. So anyway, I picked up a book and that I previously published, and it looks fine. So anyway, let me know if you want. You know, you might want to have less pages in your book because it's cheaper to print. So, or you might want it thick, like everybody else, and you have a good. You know, this is a 300-page book right here, and it's only an inch thick at the same size as your book, 6 by 9. You know, it's 9 inches tall, 6 inches wide. So it'd be rather thin at 200 pages. So, but it's your book. You can do it however you want. Let me just show you your print preview version. I'm going to download it. This is my wife's computer, and I hate it. Goodness gracious, there it is. I have to navigate to where I need to be. Sorry if this is giving you motion sickness. Okay, you're going to want to go to View, Page Display, Two-Page View, and this is a simulation. This is your print preview. It's what it looks like on a PDF reader, and we're looking at the book opened up. So we're looking at the right page and the left page. The left page is blank. The right page has your half title. And then we turn the page, and we have your full title. Now you have Sharper Quill Books down here. That's me. You'll need to put that in your metadata, and metadata is everything you need to fill in about your book. Whenever you fill it in with your ISBN management company or management system, like you're going to have to go to where you bought your ISBN number, investigate how they associate your information with your book to that number, and then fill in all your information. It's going to ask for everything that Kindle asks for. You know, the name of the author, the title, the publisher. That's Sharper Quill, or whatever you choose. Because you bought the ISBN number, you have the freedom to choose whatever you want. Some of my clients put their children's name or their company name. Whatever you put needs to match what's on this front page. So if you enter in anything else, let me know and I'll change this. Again, this is the copyright page. Copyright has your name, all the copyright information, and my information here on the page and your ISBN number. I'm going to sneeze a second. Table of contents. Okay, page 1. I had to put part 1 on page 1 because that's when you start numbering the pages. Now, this is just a blank page here without a page number. If I put part 1 over here, it would be confusing. There wouldn't be a page number. So I had to do it just a little bit differently from the ebook. So I can put on the table of contents, part 1, chapter 1, and page 1 all on the same page. Okay, we're getting to the book proper here. As soon as I can get back to, there we go. Now on all the even page numbers, it has your title that's lined up on the left, and all the odd page numbers has your name lined up on the right. Now, if you don't like the way that looks, I can center it, and I can also bring up the text if you want. And this big part of the middle page area, that's because you have over 300 pages, and you need that middle part so that you have that binding in the middle. I'll show you right here. You know how you open up a book and it has that middle area that you have to kind of press down on a paperback? Well, this allows for that hump in the middle, and you can still see the margins, and you have the words stuck in the middle of that binding. So that's why there's a big gap right there. I'm going to go ahead and go to chapter 2, where we have our first dividing mark. It might be chapter 3. Okay, notice I have drop caps. I have it just for 2 lines. I could do it for 3 if you would like a big letter. I wanted the M, this first letter, to be about the same size as the chapters. And if I got it any bigger here, it looked bad. So I just did a 2-line drop cap, which I think looks fantastic. Okay, let's see. You had a lot of divisions in the text, and I tried to put in a few. I wasn't able to put them in everywhere because I couldn't put it down close to the number of the page, and I couldn't put it at the top. So it had to be in the middle of the page whenever I inserted it. So I also tried to pay attention to where your text actually had a break in it. Sometimes you'd have a break that you didn't really need a break. It was nice and smooth without it. Okay, here you go. See, we have like 3 lines here. If it was any less than that, it just doesn't look good. So you have a nice little artistic page divider. And you got another one here. This is where I like to put them, like somewhere up in the middle of the page. So it's a little bit different look than your ebook, but it should, being in print. So I hope you like it. I'm here for you if you need anything. Just let me know. And let me show you. I'll show you also the single space version. Now, single space version was kind of an afterthought. I didn't think you would want it, but I went ahead and did it anyway, just in case. Goodness. Gotta be fast with this thing. Okay, I'm going to go back to page display, to page view. Okay, so see, look, this is 230 pages. And like I said, this is my 330 page book, inch thick at 6 by 9. And I'm going to open up to 230. That's how thick the book would be. You'd be missing this much of the book, or more than that, and your book would be this thick. It'd be like almost like a pamphlet. So, trying to get it just right here. So it's a pretty big difference in the pages. So every client has asked me for that, so I just did it automatically. But let's look and see how different it is. I'll just get here on. So I need to go in and remove a page to get this right. So look at the difference in that. That's just a tremendous difference. Let's see if I can get this out. So this is page 5. Okay, so I can't do the same pages, but you can see the difference here. This is single-spaced 12-point font, and this is 14.5 point font, 1.2 lines. Now it's not a real big difference. You know, I played with this a lot, and there's not a real big difference if I condense it down to 12 with 1.2 font, 1.2 line spacing. It's about the same. You know, you have to do the two things at once. You know, going down to 12-point font and going down to single spaced lines. Um, I think that this is a better reading experience. But one thing that I considered was you only get about, in this bigger font, you only get about 7 or 8 words per line. And this one you get like 11. And that's a big difference. If you're a fast reader like me, you know, I can look down this page really quick and read it fast. And this one, I have to read it a little bit slower, so, because there's not very many words on the page. And it's hard to comprehend the sentence when you only get like a few little tiny bits at a time. And this longer sentences, you get a lot more. So I don't know what you want to do, but it is one of the choices that you have. So thanks again for choosing me. If you have any questions at all, let me know. There's one more thing I want to show you real quick before I let you go, and that is what it looks like when you, hang on just a second. Okay. Man, I hate this computer. Using my wife's computer is just not fun. Okay. I need to sign in under a new name here. Okay, this is what it looks like here. From Nathan Barnes, you're going to get an email from me that says Shades Drafts Invitation to Collaborate. Now, some of my past clients have freaked out with this. Do not worry about it. This is just how we're sharing the files. So you're just going to click on Open, and it takes you to that the drafts file that I'm trying to share with you, which has your ebook files, print version, and the single space version. So that's it. And thanks a lot again for choosing me, and let me know if I can do anything else for you. Thanks.